What's up, comic peeps? Detroit Madman. I'm back with part two. It's my epic haul. Last week's epic haul. And as you know, I went to SatCon. We did the Comic Con thing. I actually got a couple of books off eBay. A couple of store pickups from A1 last week before their big sale. And then I've got a huge haul that I haven't shown you yet from World's Best. They have 50% off all back issues going through tomorrow. And then I've got a 50-cent haul here I might get to, I might not. But a little sneak peek at my next haul. Check this out. A1 had a monster sale Saturday. And it was wild. Wall books, 10 to 50% off. It basically was 30% off at Roseville and 10 or 20% off at the SAC location. I did a 100 book haul. This short box here is my haul from Saturday, so we'll get into that at a later date. That's probably going to be a couple of videos later this week. Right now, you know what? I'm going to show you one book that I got from the haul on Saturday that I just want to give you an example. You've seen a few coverless books I've been picking up, and you'll probably see a couple more today. I can't remember exactly what's left, but basically, I got this for $1. And I just want to show you why I love this stuff. This is a Thor 151 1968 issue. This is a coverless comic, and basically what I do is I just print out a picture of the cover, put it in the back of the bag, and then I have that for visual reference of the issue. And then something like this, okay, paying $1 for a book like this, it doesn't bother me at all because I love the touch and the feel of this. I mean, someone, you know, like almost 50 years ago took good enough care of this, even though the cover's not on it, took good enough care of this that it's still with us today and giving enjoyment. I mean, we're talking about Stan Lee and the King Kirby, Jack Kirby. Awesome era in comics. I love it. You know, in the pages, look at that splash page. And I'm always surprised when I look through these books because I love the interior artwork and I love the color. The Silver Age, especially to me, and I don't have a lot of access to the original Golden Age stuff, but Silver Age, just their use of ink and the quality of paper actually is what I like the most. Some people said this is just throwaway paper, but look, 50 years later, it stands the test of time. Look at how good the color still looks. And this is on a book that's probably been maybe not treated as well as some of the others because of the cover was missing. Love the interior artwork. But check this out. Although Thor does look like he has a bit of jaundice in these two panels there compared to this. I think that was a coloring mistake. But what I love about these old books, sometimes you just turn the panel and you're amazed at what you see. I mean, check out this full page Kirby piece. I mean, can you imagine the original pencils on that piece? It must have been just something else to be a kid and then just turn the page. You know, you grab this off the stand, you get home, and you can't wait to see something like this. So, you know, for 25 cents any day, I love the old stuff. I have no problem buying coverless comics when it's a comic I don't have yet in the collection. And this actually has a Triton a story in the back where he goes to Hollywood and makes a movie. It's pretty wild. I know it's just a filler, but it's pretty funny. And then another cool thing about this, imagine leafing through this book and then you come to the back page and look what you had to look forward to suck you in for this month. You had Submariner 1 and you had Iron Man 1 on sale. And another thing that's cool is I don't believe those were the only number ones. They also released Captain Marvel number 1 this month. So you had 3 amazing number 1s, Iron Man, Submariner, and Captain Marvel. And look at this other stuff too. You're talking Captain America 101, Hulk 103. What a time this was for Marvel. So I just wanted to show you that. It's no big deal. I know I'm eating up time for the haul, but that's just stuff I like. All right, get into the good stuff. All right, check this out. I got this off eBay. Just amazing looking book. It's Detective Comics 325. It's got Catman, The Strange Lives of Catman, and inside the artwork in this book, I love the fire in these old DC titles, the way they drew the fire and everything. So inside of this book is awesome too. So I was stoked about that. Got a good price on eBay on it. So that was awesome. Another eBay book. I finally picked this up. It's a really beautiful copy. Really bright. Can't find too many defects with it. It's Godzilla #1. I've had this on the buy list for a while, and I picked this up for $10, and I thought I got a steal on it. I can't find it for under 20, 25 bucks in the wild around here in this condition, so completely stoked about that. Next up, had a couple of books I found at one of the A1s last week when I was picking up Wednesday books. Forgot to show it in the last video, actually. Was able to pull out a Spider-Man Marvel Tales 138 reprint, Spider-Man #1. I've got a few of the 137s that reprint Amazing Fantasy 15, but I've, for whatever reason, not been able to find this in the wild, and finally did. And it's really awesome looking cover. Really pays tribute to the original with those original pencils and colors. So it's great to have this book finally. And then next up, I got this for $3. I've seen it in a lot of videos lately. It's Detective 403. Has that kind of Victorian or I don't know, turn of the century look on the cover. And he's got the dead lady in his arms, and I thought this cover is awesome. Only cost me a few bucks. It's in a lower condition, but I was happy to pick that up. And then next up, we're going to jump back to Comic-Con here, and this next lot of books. So the next 4 books I got from a dealer out of San Francisco area, and see, we're jumping back to Comic-Con. So these next 4 books I got off a dealer he was from San Francisco area, and he has awesome, beautiful Silver Age books. I've seen them a few times, and I always like the books they bring to the con. His shop's actually called Blue Moon, and my brother shops there in the Bay Area, and so I picked this up off of him. And the deal with his comics are everything's marked with a price, and then you get it for 50% of the sticker price. So I picked this one up for $5. It's a really nice condition copy of Captain America 115. I have a crunchy one. I knew I had this one already, but definitely like the condition for $5 on this one, so I went ahead and picked it up. Love the Red Skull. He always had great covers in these early Captain American books. And then next up, check this out. I got Captain America 101 for $5. It's got a little crunch to it. Has a crease that actually goes from the P to the R. Kind of a sideways diagonal crease there. But look at that. Captain America 101, $5. Pulled that one out. And then it's funny because I showed you this cat comic here that I picked up. Well, I saw this one the same day. I bought this one off eBay a couple weeks ago, and I almost pulled the trigger on it for like $12 or $13 or something. And then I was able to get this one for $6. He had $12 on it, and it's probably in better condition than the one I saw online. It's really vibrant. The inside of the book's really nice condition too. A lot of great artwork in there, so I was stoked to get that. Detective 308. And then the best part of this haul from this specific dealer was the 4th book that I picked up from him, and it is Batman 148. I love this cover. I've had this on my buy list for some time, just haven't come across it at the right price, and he had no price on it in the box, so he pulled it out of the box and he just set it to the side on a chair, and he said, oh, that one doesn't have a price, I can't sell it. So I picked out the other 3 books, and then I definitely wasn't letting this one go if I didn't have to. So I offered him $10 for it. I said, at 50% off of say 20, I think it would be fair. And then he agreed to it, and I think I got the better of this deal. I have a lot of Joker books that are on my buy list, and I think this one's probably at $10 a little bit better deal than he would have given me otherwise, considering I had a lot of books that were marked $35 to $55. And when I got this one home and actually pulled it out, I was like, whoa, this is way better condition than I thought it was there. So maybe I got over on him a little bit. It happens from time to time. I'm a really fair guy, so it wasn't meant to be. But maybe it is what it is. Sometimes you win, sometimes you break even, sometimes you give the dealer what they need and want, and maybe sometimes you get a little bit better deal, and that's just the name of the game. So, all right. So next up, I'm gonna jump back from Comic-Con, and we're going to do a little Ken's comic pickup. This was a single haul from Ken's Comics. Ken is a great guy out here, dealer. His face lights up every time I walk in the door, and I don't think it's because he's happy to see me. I think he's happy to see my wallet. But at any rate, he took in a massive Avengers collection, pretty much from Avengers 2 all the way up into like 100. And I was happy to get him my list, and he pulled and priced a bunch of books really fairly. He actually grades them and then marks them down a grade just to make sure. Selling is a different story. I mean, he's a buyer, but I don't think he's going to pay top dollar for Silver Age stuff from you, but he will buy it. But at any rate, I think he got a good deal on this collection, so I think he passed those savings along to me. This haul, the next 12 books you're going to see, I paid $100 out the door for, and trust me, I was super happy about it. So, first up, beautiful Lady Liberators cover, Avengers, bright. I couldn't ask for anything more of this comic. So I got that one off the list. Awesome cover. Love this cover. Avengers 81, iconic with Vision and Scarlet Witch. And this is When a Legend Dies. And that one's cool. Obviously, it's got some tanning on it, but this is the condition I like to buy in. I'm not running out and buying any fine, very fine copies of this right now. So at this condition, I'm super stoked to get it. With the exception of one of these books, all the interior pages and spine is intact. There's one book in here that has a detached cover, but all the books are intact. So there's one book that has about a 2 or 3 page crease inside that has some damage on the cover. I'll show you that one. It might be the same one that has the cover detached too, so we'll see. At any rate, this one's good. 81, stoked to have that. And then this is one of my favorite Avengers covers. It's just a beautiful cover. They're visible on there. The World's Melting, and that's Avengers number 85. Take a peek at this. I think you'll like it. Stoked to get that. Next up, another phenomenal book that I'm happy to have. I've had this on the list for a while. This is Avengers 52, and it's got, I believe, the first appearance of Black Panther. Thought I saw somebody's video that was saying that the first time that he's had his mask showed any part of his face. So awesome to have that. The Grim Reaper cover. It's got the slashes going through the Avengers. Just a great looking book. And then next up, picked up issue 34, The Living Laser. My kind of condition. Shows real well. All intact. Actually, he has a really nice spine on this one too. Enough black that looks decent on there. And then, so this one has a little bit of issues. This is issue number 24. Super happy to have it. Love the cover. Got the Avengers surrounded by a big mob of bad guys there. This one has about a 2-page little divot in it, and I believe this one has the detached cover at the spine there. So you can see that the staples are popped. But hey, it still shows pretty good for as bad as condition as this one is. Pages are a little bit brittle in this one, as is the cover front and back, but still stoked to have that one. And then check this out. How awesome is this? Avengers number 27, 4 Against the Flood Tide. And just a beautiful, beautiful Kirby cover. Love that one. Quicksilver on there. Look at that, the green outfit. Love that. Cap's face is awesome there. Look how beautiful he drew Scarlet Witch. There's some bad guys in the water there and a big old monster in the back. Alright, next up, issue number 53. This cover has a couple of creases up at the top right. Has some heavy tanning, but love it anyways. Good intact book. Avengers vs. the X-Men, if you don't know about this one. Got that one off the list. Next up, issue 42. Another book that has some tanning to it. This one actually has someone put, and I thought this might have been on the bag at first I saw it, but it didn't really matter. Somebody put a little tiny 25 sticker over the 12-cent price tag, but I can live with that. Great cover. and it has a story Hercules and Dragon Man in there. Next up, you guys probably recognize this. It's the Red Guardian. Another awesome Avengers book, issue 43. Happy to have that one. Alright, here's a good one. Avengers number 28. Love this cover. Believe this is the first appearance of the collector or something like that. So definitely happy to have this one. And then finally, my favorite one that I got that day, and I texted a picture to my brother of this one because I know he has this one on his want list. And this is Avengers number 25. Enter Doctor Doom. Beautiful Doctor Doom cover. Just standing there, a menacing pose. You got the Avengers down there. So stoked to get that. Was a definite good pickup on my part. Knocking 12 issues off the Avengers want list was great for my goal is issue 1 to 100 of all the Silver Age titles, and some of the titles I'm getting pretty close. And Avengers, I'm probably 50% there, maybe 40-50% there. And it's one of those titles I haven't really concentrated on like some of the other runs. So, all right, next up, we're going back to World's Best Comics when they had their 50% off anniversary sale. And this is what I picked up. Hope you like it. Check it out. This I got strictly for the cover. It's Moon Knight number 8. The red and the black and the grays and the whites. Just, I have no Moon Knight in my collection. If I do, I don't even know about it or can't think about it. But this has just completely sold me on the cover. I was stoked to see this. Got that for $2.50. Next up, got this for like $1.75 or whatever. Batgirl number 13. Love the cover on this one. No reason to pick this up other than it's a 50-year anniversary of Detective Comics. I love Sherlock Holmes. On the cover, you have Sherlock Holmes being shown a copy of Tech 27. You got Tech 27 hanging on the wall in a frame. This is just one of those impulse buys. I saw it. It was $2. I grabbed it. Alright, so banged out a little bit of Iron Man. So I got issue 101. Issue 98. I love the costume on this one. It's a great cover. This is one of my favorite Iron Man covers. The pencils are a little funky, and they made them a bit skinny, but I don't know what it is about this. I really love this cover. I remember it from when I was a kid. So I got that for $2.50. And then a nice copy of Iron Man 97. Got that for $2. Love the bronze stuff. Issue 95, Iron Man, $3. Issue 93, $3. It's a pretty cool cover. Issue 65, another great cover. I love the pose on Iron Man here. He's hurdling something over there, getting shot at. Iron Man's gone mad. I was surprised by this one. It looks really good. I think it's got a little bit of texture on the cover, but not bad for $5. Saw this. It looked familiar to me. I have no idea. I don't know why it looked familiar to me, but for $3, I said I'm going to grab it. Green Lantern number 70. Oh, I love this cover right here. Check this out. Thor number 184. Look how nice this looks. That's just a crazy Kirby cover right there. So bright. I love it. It's $6.50 for that one. Alright, next up, picked up Fantastic Four, issue number 62. Love this cover as well. Got this for $5.50. I love that Human Torch in the little corner piece up there. So that one was good. Next up, this is my second copy of 141, These are upgrades. I think the next couple of books are upgrades. I had them all stuck together. I have a real crunchy copy of 141, so I picked that up for $5. And then picked up an upgrade for Daredevil 60. Got that one for $6. Looks really good. And then another upgrade. This is my third copy of this comic. I love this comic. I could not pass this up for $4.50. I think it looks a lot better than the way he had it graded. Inside the book is phenomenal. So could not leave this sitting there for $4.50. Even if I gift it to my brother or something, I'll check out the ones I have. But someone's got to have this book for $4.50. I had to get it for someone. All right, next up, loved the fact I found this. Got it crossed off the list. Tales of Suspense, issue 66, Origin of the Red Skull. One of the first books I read when I got this back home. Popped it open, couldn't wait to read it. Pretty interesting, actually. It wasn't too bad, so love that corner piece up there with Iron Man. One of my favorite parts of these old Tales of Suspense books. I'm not a huge fan of split covers. They did it a lot with these and the Tales to Astonish, but it is what it is. Still a great pose on Iron Man there. You got Cap tied up. All right, Tales of Suspense. Got this one for $4.50. Issue 77. You got the army down there fighting a big Ultimo. Iron Man in hand, kind of like King Kong style. And that's issue 77, $4.50. Next up, this one's funny. Actually, there's some crazy interiors on this, some awesome panels, but I got this for $2, and I have to assume it's because somebody drew a nice little beard on Thor there. And I looked at it, and I looked at the condition. I was like, oh, that's kind of better than a $2 comic. And then when I looked closely, when I got home and I saw the beard, I was cracking up. And then how about this? Another great monster cover from Kirby. Thor 155. Got this one for $6. Love the perspective with the hammer in the forefront there. And look at the face on this guy. That deserves a close-up. That's Kirby-esque right there. All right, next up, Journey into Mystery 118. This is the first appearance of Destroyer, and just a great-looking cover, iconic type pose from Thor there. Got it for $8. And I was stoked to find this. This one's actually in pretty beat-up shape. Somebody did the whole bordered with tape look, but paid $7.30 or $7.40 for this book. It's the Origin of Loki, and it is a phenomenal story. When I start cracking these books open and do features on this type of stuff, I'm going to definitely get inside of these and show you. I love the story in this one. Love the artwork, and check out that cover. It's still cool. Next up, hit some Strange Tales. Got this one for like $2.50 or whatever. Strange Tales 136. Beat to hell, but amazingly enough, still intact. And the insides are great, so not a run I'm actively working on, but if the price is right, I'm taking it out. As you can see here, $3.25, issue 141. Great looking cover. Strange Tales had some great covers, you know. They definitely did. Next up, Steranko cover, issue 158. Paid $4 for it. Gotta love that. Outside of the fact that this thing is got a little chip out of the corner up there, this book is really supple. It's faded a little bit, but when I threw this down, opened it up, threw it down on the table and started reading it, it felt so good in my hands. And it was definitely awesome to leaf through this one. Got that one for $4. And then another Steranko cover. Check this out. You gotta love this. Nick Fury's shield, Doctor Strange, Strange Tales 165. I mean, for like $6, $6.75, $6.50, something like that. Beautiful cover. Another Steranko cover. This was probably my favorite one of the bunch. I looked at it 2 or 3 times, and I just loved the way that he drew this cover. And yeah, I got that one for $7.25. Let's see, Steranko. Another Strange Tales 163. Next up, picked up Fantastic Four, issue number 80. Again, I think he undergraded some of these books, and this was one of them. Definitely looked better than a good, very good to me. And hell, I was happy paying $5 for it. Next up, Fantastic Four 83. Always love this cover. I've seen it in a few hauls. I have that one for $6.50. Alright. This is a Silver Surfer issue of Fantastic Four. It's issue 76. He's not on the cover. And this has a little bit of a pen mark here in the white space. I believe somebody wrote their name. I think it says V-A-N. Van. I don't know. At any rate, it was only $4, and was happy to knock it off the list for that. Alright, so I love this cover. It's Fantastic Four 73, and it's got my man, Spider-Man on it. Thor. It's got Daredevil, and they're clashing. It's a guest star bonanza clashing with the Fantastic Four there. That was only $5, so I was happy about that. And then check this out. How awesome is this cover? Avengers 65. Got $7 into this one. And the Swordsman Strikes. Look how white the whites are on this. Another great deal, I think. Moving right along. This is one of my favorite covers that I picked up that day. And this thing looks so good to the eye. I can't believe I paid $8.25 for it. Check out how white this is. And how beautiful the colors are on it. Yeah, I'm stoked about this one. Alright, another beautiful book. Cap 123. Check this out. Amazing condition. $8. Awesome cover too. Look at Cap. Cap battles for his life against Nick Fury and the mysterious Supremo. Amazing. And then next up, I found a Incredible Hulk 162, $7. First appearance of Wendigo, and it is a ugly drawn book. This book, from cover to cover, has just some of the most horrible artwork I've ever seen in a comic. I don't like the way Hulk or Wendigo is drawn at all. Oh, it's just so bad. But it is what it is. 162, $7. Now this cover, on the other hand, $5 for this. It's Hulk 111. Just a beautiful color cover here. I think I got a steal on this. That book right there is just so dope. Alright, one of my most happy finds of the day at World's Best that day. I'd never had this on my radar, and I didn't even think about it. So since I bought this for $5 that day, I saw it twice at the con, and I saw it on Ken's wall at Ken's Comic for significantly more than what I got it for. And that's $5 in really beautiful shape. And that's Marvel Team Up King Size Annual 1, 1976, Spider-Man and the X-Men. So awesome. And then the final book I got that day was a sleeper book for me. It was one that I didn't really know about or the significance of it. And that's Iron Man 47. It's an origin book of Iron Man. And super awesome story. I love this book from the cover all the way through the story. The cover kind of drew me in, and then I read it when I got it that day, and it was just, I was so happy I got this. Barry Windsor Smith, $5. So that was cool. Alright, we're in the stretch run. I got a couple of books left from the con, and basically this is one dealer, and I paid $60. I just want you to keep this in perspective. I paid $60 for these 5 books. I believe it's 5. So after a bit of haggling with him, and he was a really cool guy. He doesn't have a shop or anything like this. He basically just does this out of his car. Goes from con to con, so I was happy to finally meet him. So I got this. Remember, this is $60 for the lot. I don't know how it's broken down book by book, but it is what it is. Here we go. The Cat #1. I needed it. I wanted it. I love this cover. Mid-grade copy, and it's got some ink up in the corner where the number 1 is, but I don't care about that. As long as the cover looks as good as this does, I'm happy with it. Stoked about that. Boom. Had this on my buy list for a while. Nice looking copy of Shogun Warriors number 1. It's the 35-cent exploding triangle price variant. And so I was happy to finally get this. Alright. Moving on. Alright. So was able to get this. It's Batman number 110. And as you can probably see, it is coverless. And it's a beautiful comic otherwise. But anytime I find key comics coverless and they interest me, I pick them up. So I was happy about that. And then, alright, so it wasn't 5 books, it was 6 books because I forgot about this one. Boom! What's that? Check it out. X-Men 94. I believe this is the first issue of the new team after the king size, after the giant size X-Men. And check it out. Boom! This one's coverless too. Loving my coverless copies. So we're still moving. We're still on our $60 haul here. Throw those up there. Next up, got a awesome copy. Daredevil number 6. Crossing this off the list. My Daredevil from 0 to 100, or from 1 to 100, is almost, it's getting there. I can't believe I've got a lot to show you still in hauls from this past weekend where I added to it, but definitely a book I am so happy to have. I love Daredevil on the cover of this. It has that classic early Silver Age look from Marvel. But the best is yet to come. This was my book of the day, a mini grail, part of the $60 deal. And that is Batman 232, first appearance of Ra's al Ghul. Check that out. I'm just so happy to have this. It's a lower condition book, obviously, but look how nice the cover looks. Inside is completely intact. Has a pop staple on the bottom left. It's missing about, let's say, 1 inch of the corner on the bottom left of the cover, but this is something I am stoked to have, peeps. Alright, you know what? This video is obviously long. I'm going to save my 50-cent, unbelievable 50-cent pickups for another day. And yeah, just check it out. That's how Detroit Madman did it. And I hope you liked it. So, peace out, homies and homettes. Check it out. Detroit Madman.